Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive? Today we're taking a look at Neo Pantheon, this whole digital world thing, where you can build stuff with AI.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's like you can own a piece of this world, like in a video game, but, with real value.
Okay, so right off the bat, what makes this world different? I mean, it's not just another video game.
Right. So it's this dual world idea. You have your own space, like your dimension, where you can go nuts, build whatever you want.
Like anything, castles,
Yeah,
spaceships. I'm thinking a giant rubber ducky.
exactly. Go wild. But then there's the mainland. That's where everyone comes together, builds together, and you can actually own a piece of it with NFT land plots.
Wait, NFT land plot, so I can actually own a chunk of this digital world.
Yeah. It's like digital real estate. You buy an NFT, and boom, you own that plot of land on the mainland.
So prime real estate, build something awesome, attract visitors. It
Yeah.
sounds like you could even maybe make some money.
You got it. And that's where the AI comes in. We're not just talking stacking blocks here. You build with AI agents.
Hold up. AI agents. Like the things that schedule my meetings, what do they have to do with this?
Kinda, but different. These agents are more like super creative partners. They each have special skills like designing stuff, managing resources, even finances.
So it's like having a team of experts helping me build like anything I can imagine.
Right, like there's Canvas. This agent is the ultimate designer, makes furniture, decor, even NFTs you can sell.
Whoa. So other agents like Canvas with their own like superpower.
Absolutely. There's Harvest, the finance whiz, helps you manage your assets, make the most of your resources, like a personal financial advisor, but, for the digital world.
Okay, this is clicking. So I own land, build things, maybe earn rewards, and these AI agents are my team. But where do I even find these agents?
So there's this agent marketplace. You go there, find agents, hire them. Each agent has its own token, like a share in their abilities.
Oh, I'm investing in their skills.
Yeah, exactly. And as they get more popular, their token value goes up. And you could even make a profit just from owning them.
Wow, profit from my AI team. We're like in business together building this digital empire.
That's the spirit. And remember, it's not just you alone. There's a whole community, guilds, partnerships. Imagine teaming up with other players to build a massive virtual city or, I don't know, take on some crazy challenge together.
This is wild. It's like a whole digital society. Everyone's building, creating, competing. But do these agents just like appear on the mainland ready to build?
Well, not exactly. Before they can work on the mainland, there's this graduation process. They got to prove themselves, make sure they've got a good user base, their token's valuable, and that they're actually being used in those personal dimensions.
Quality control.
Yeah,
Got to have best of the best working on the big stuff.
exactly. Make sure the mainland is built with the top tier AI agents, which, benefits everyone.
This whole concept of like a dual world AI agents, community building, it's pretty mind-blowing. But honestly, is it all about building and managing resources? Where's the fun?
Ah, that's where the gamification comes in. It's about having a blast while you're creating. Think like quests, challenges, special events. Make things exciting.
Okay, now we're talking. Like slaying dragons, saving princesses.
Not quite, but just as cool. Think you're digging up hidden treasure or restoring ancient landmarks with your guild, maybe competing in some crazy seasonal event for, bragging rights and special rewards.
Less of a platform, more like an adventure, huh? Already getting ideas. But how do I even start exploring all this?
Easy. First, you claim your free dimension. Think of it like your own digital apartment, ready for you to decorate and build.
Free dimension. Count me in. Where do I go for that?
The Neo Pantheon website, that's your starting point. You'll need to connect a digital wallet, kind of like your digital backpack for holding your tokens and NFTs. Then you can start looking for your perfect AI team in the agent marketplace.
All right, I'm feeling the hype. Can't wait to see what I can create in Neo Pantheon. But before we wrap this part up, one more thing. All this building and collaborating is great, but
Yeah.
how does Neo Pantheon make sure it doesn't become chaos? Keep things fair and organized.
Ah, good question. That brings us to one of the most interesting parts, the governance system.
Governance. So there are rules in this digital world.
You bet. And here's the cool part. The community gets a say in those rules. It's all about decentralization, giving users a voice in how the platform evolves.
Whoa, hold on. Not just a game, it's democracy. We get to vote on things.
That's just the beginning. But before we get into the details of how it all works, let's take a quick pause. When we come back, we'll dive into how users can actually shape the future of Neo Pantheon, everything from suggesting new features to deciding how resources are used.
This is getting more and more interesting by the minute. Hang tight, everyone. We'll be right back with more on Neo Pantheon. Okay, so we're back and ready to unpack this whole governance thing. Shaping a digital world, that's pretty wild, right?
It is pretty unique. Neo Pantheon really wants the community to have a say, in how the platform grows and all.
So how does it actually work? Do we, like, put on togas and debate in some virtual senate?
That would be something. No, it's a bit more streamlined. Think of it like this. Users can submit proposals for anything, really. New features, changes to the rules, you name it.
Okay, I'm following. But then how do they decide what actually happens? Is it like a popularity contest or what?
That's where the NEOX token comes in. Remember, it's kind of the backbone of the whole economy in Neo Pantheon. Well, if you hold NEOX, you get voting power. And the more you have, the more your vote matters.
So it's like owning shares in a company. The more you invest, more say you have. Gotcha. But there's got to be more to governance than just voting, right?
Right. Transparency is huge here. All the transactions in Neo Pantheon are recorded on a public blockchain.
So anyone can see where the money's going. No funny business, huh?
Exactly. And remember that 10% fee from hiring agents.
Yeah, we talked about that. Goes to the Neo Pantheon treasury, right? Like a community fund. But who gets to decide how to spend that money?
That's where community governance really shines. Users get to vote on proposals for how those treasury funds are used, funding new features, improving old ones, even supporting, community projects.
Wow. So we're all kind of like owners of this digital world, contributing to its growth and all. Pretty cool.
It is, and that community focus goes beyond just governance. Neo Pantheon is big on user-generated content, too.
You mean like creating those NFTs we talked about?
Yeah.
So anyone can design and sell their own stuff on the platform?
Even more than that, think custom decorations for your dimension, unique ways for your agents to act, even contributing to the story of Neo Pantheon, the lore and all that.
Hold on. Creating agent behaviors so we can change how the AI acts in the world. That's some next level stuff.
It is, and to, encourage that creativity, there are achievements, badges, leaderboards.
There's that gamification again. So it's not just about the satisfaction of making cool stuff. There's recognition rewards too.
Exactly. Imagine earning a badge for, having the best design dimension, or topping a leaderboard because your agent's doing amazing things. Makes it fun, a bit competitive too.
This is making me want to jump in and start building right now. But before we get ahead of ourselves, how do these AI agents actually work together? I mean, this is a complex world we're talking about.
That's where the multi-agent framework comes in. Think of it like a super sophisticated way for all these different AI agents to talk to each other, share information, and work together.
So they're not just doing their own thing, they're actually coordinating, strategizing together in real time.
Exactly. It's like watching a team of, experts work perfectly in sync, each bringing their own skills to the table to make something incredible. And this framework is always evolving, getting smarter and more efficient as the platform grows.
That makes sense. You need a pretty powerful system to handle all that complexity, millions of users, countless AI agents. But it's not just about creating the self-contained digital world, right? Neo Pantheon wants to do more, connect with the real world somehow.
You got it. One of the coolest things about it is this vision of bridging the gap between the digital and physical.
Hold up. Are we talking about AI taking over the real world now? That's a bit too sci-fi, even for me.
Haha. No, not quite. It's about finding ways for those AI agents to be useful in our everyday lives. Help us with tasks, solve real-world problems.
Okay, now that's interesting. What kind of things are we talking about? Will my AI agent, do my laundry and walk the dog?
Maybe someday, who knows? For now, they're working on things like managing your calendar, emails, creating personalized fitness plans, even automating stuff for businesses and projects.
So it's like having a personal AI assistant that works in both worlds, digital and physical. That's a game changer. But how do they plan to pull that off? Robots, drones.
It's all about integration. They're connecting the AI agents to, outside apps and tools using something called API integration. That way, the agents can access information and even control things outside of Neo Pantheon.
Okay, so my AI agent could, connect to my smart home, manage my social media, maybe even do my online shopping. The possibilities are kind of endless, huh?
That's the idea. And as the technology gets better, that connection between the digital and real worlds is just going to get smoother and more sophisticated. It's a pretty exciting time for AI.
It really is. And Neo Pantheon is definitely leading the charge. But let's bring it back down to earth for a second. If someone wants to start exploring Neo Pantheon, like right now, what should they do?
First things first, claim your free dimension. It's like getting your own digital apartment in this amazing city ready for you to customize and build in.
Sounds easy enough.
Yeah.
And how do we go about claiming this digital haven?
Head over to the Neo Pantheon website. That's where it all begins. You'll need to connect a digital wallet. Think of it like a secure online account for your tokens and NFTs.
All right, I've claimed my dimension, connected my wallet. Now what? Just start clicking around and hope for the best.
Not quite. Neo Pantheon has a whole ecosystem waiting for you. There's the agent hiring hub, where you can find the perfect AI partners, the marketplace for buying and selling stuff, and tons of resources to help you get started.
So it's like entering a whole new world, but with like guides and support along the way. That's reassuring.
Absolutely. And don't forget about the community. There are forums, chats, even events where you can connect with others, get tips, and ask questions. It's like joining a huge digital family, all passionate about building and creating.
This is sounding amazing. But before we get too lost in this digital wonderland, let's talk about something important, especially online: security.
You're right, security is key. Especially with blockchain and crypto, Neo Pantheon takes it very seriously.
So what are they doing to protect all our precious digital stuff?
Well, first off, you need a strong password for your wallet and keep that recovery phrase safe. That phrase is like the master key to your account. Treat it like gold.
Got it. Recovery phrase is sacred. But passwords can be tricky, and sometimes they're not enough. Anything else we can do?
For sure. Neo Pantheon recommends two-factor authentication for everyone. Adds an extra layer of protection. You'll need a special code from your phone or email on top of your password.
Double lock on the digital door. Smart move. But what if something goes wrong? I forget my password or there's some technical glitch. Who do we turn to?
Neo Pantheon has a dedicated support team for all those technical issues. And there are really active communities on like Discord and Telegram, people helping each other out, sharing tips, answering questions.
So there's a safety net if we need it. Takes some of the pressure off exploring a new world. But let's talk about the future. Neo Pantheon has big plans, right?
Oh, yeah. They're not stopping at just creating a platform. They want to keep pushing the boundaries. One of the most exciting things is expanding the agent ecosystem.
Right. User-created agents. We talked about that. So they're actually going to let users design their own AI agents. That's huge.
It is. Imagine what people will come up with. It could be a whole new wave of creativity, problem-solving, even economic opportunities.
Incredible. It's like opening the doors to a whole new era of AI, driven by, the whole community. But there's got to be more on the roadmap than just that, right?
Of course. They're also planning to make the game even more fun with like even more immersive quests and events and more ways to customize your dimensions and land on the mainland.
It's like they're taking everything great about Neo Pantheon and turning it up to 11,
Yeah.
creating an even richer experience. But with all this growth, how are they going to make sure it can handle all the new users and stuff?
Scaling is definitely important. They're always working on making the infrastructure better to support, millions of users and agents all interacting smoothly.
That's key, for sure. Got to make sure the experience is smooth and fun as the community grows. But let's talk bigger picture now. What's Neo Pantheon's ultimate goal? Where are they heading with all this?
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. They want to create a, get this, fully autonomous digital civilization.
Oh, hold on. Autonomous. Like the AI is taking over and running the show without us. Isn't that a little risky?
It's not about AI taking over. It's about creating a digital ecosystem that can, thrive and grow on its own. The agents manage resources, maintain stuff, even shape the story of the world.
So more like a partnership. Humans and AI working together to build something truly unique and self-sufficient.
Exactly. And to get there, they want everyone to be involved, building, creating, participating in governance, even designing agents. It's about empowering the community to, shape the future of Neo Pantheon.
It's an incredible vision. It could really change how we think about digital worlds and maybe even the real world too. But with all this amazing stuff going on, I bet some people are still a little hesitant to jump in. New tech can be intimidating.
Yeah, there's always a learning curve for sure. But Neo Pantheon has done a really good job of making it user-friendly and easy to understand.
So for those who are still on the fence, what would you say are the things that make Neo Pantheon worth checking out? What makes it stand out from the crowd?
For me, it's the mix of creativity, community, and the whole AI-powered aspect. You're not just playing a game, you're building, collaborating, innovating.
It's like a digital sandbox. but with no limits. And you have a whole team of AI experts backing you up.
Exactly. And you own what you create. It's yours to keep, trade, sell. Your creations have real value here.
That's a big deal, especially for artists, designers, entrepreneurs. But beyond that, it's about being part of something bigger, building a digital world together. It could change how we think about AI and online interaction altogether.
It's an invitation to be more than just a player. You can be a pioneer, a builder, a part of something truly special. And who knows, maybe what we learn in Neo Pantheon will help us make the real world better too.
That's a great point. So for anyone listening who's feeling that spark of curiosity, that urge to create, what's the first step? How do they get started?
Go to the Neo Pantheon website and claim your free dimension. That's your entry into this whole adventure. Unleash your creativity, connect with amazing people, and explore what you can do with the power of AI.
It's about joining a movement, becoming a citizen of this digital world, and helping shape its future.
But before you jump into Neo Pantheon, let's answer some common questions people might have.
Great idea. We've got a list of FAQs that cover a lot of ground. The basics of Neo Pantheon, stuff about agents, tokens, dimensions, the marketplace, even security tips.
It's a great resource for anyone who wants a quick overview or needs some specific questions answered.
And if the FAQs don't cover it, there are always those support channels we talked about.
Exactly. Neo Pantheon's support team is there to help with any technical problems and answer any questions.
And don't forget those communities on Discord and Telegram.
Yeah.
People are always willing to help each other out.
It's good to know there's help available, whether you're new or experienced.
So if this whole thing has sparked your interest, if you're ready for a digital world where you can create with AI, collaborate, and maybe even make a real-world impact, Neo Pantheon is definitely worth checking out.
Claim your free dimension, explore the marketplace, and start building your own legacy. The possibilities are endless.
And remember, Neo Pantheon is more than just a platform. It's a community, a vision for a future where AI and humans work together to create something truly extraordinary.
But before you embark on your Neo Pantheon adventure, one last thought to leave you with.
You know, going through all this, it really hits you. The line between like virtual and real is getting kind of blurry, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy to think about. We always think of the digital world as like separate, but Neo Pantheon, it's kind of changing that.
It's not just about, playing a game. It's creating, working with others, and having an impact on both worlds, digital and real.
Exactly. It's not about escaping reality. It's like using technology to make our lives better, maybe even solve real problems.
Thinking about those AI agents, managing calendars, making fitness plans, it's like having a bunch of digital helpers so we can focus on the important stuff.
And as that technology keeps getting better, who knows what else they'll be able to do? Maybe they'll help us with our finances, learning new things, even connect with people better.
It's exciting, but also, kind of scary to think about how much AI could change things.
Mm-hmm.
But the way Neo Pantheon is doing it, with the community and everything, it makes me feel more optimistic.
Yeah, it's good to see a platform that's giving the power to the users, letting them shape this world, and maybe, even influence how AI fits into our whole society.
So for anyone out there listening who's feeling curious, who wants to try something new, what would you tell them?
Just go for it. Claim your free dimension in Neo Pantheon and see what happens. You might surprise yourself, not just with what you can do in the platform, but what you're capable of creating, collaborating. You become a citizen of this digital world. It's pretty amazing.
It's a journey worth taking for sure.
Mhm.
It might change how you see technology, maybe even inspire you to shape the future in ways you never thought possible. So go explore, create, connect. The future is waiting in Neo Pantheon.